speaking of repeat, and it's always good. I think, a repeat is a good thing. When you watch it twice, you must have liked it. And our host tonight, our guest tonight is Jeff Parker, who we had about a year or so ago. And by popular demand and by hundreds of, maybe even thousands of write-in votes, I had to reach out again and get him back as our guest. So I was really happy that he accepted. He's extremely popular, and his schedule, especially his social schedule, is off the charts. So I wanted to try to squeeze him in when we could. So, but Jeff Parker, he's an architect with Haskell. I think you know a little bit of his background. Certainly, those of you who follow him on Instagram and had an opportunity to watch him when he was with us last time. Incredibly talented architect, sketcher, artist, designer, design thinker. He's a pleasure to work with, and he and I get to host Haskell Sketchers every week, and he always is one of the big stars of the show. So his style is awesome. Although he draws sort of backwards, he's left-handed. But he does a pretty good job with those left-handed fountain pens. So we're going to hear about Jeff. We're going to watch him in action. We're going to really hand the floor over to him. And Sketchy G, the floor is yours. I like to affectionately call him not only Sketchy G, but G Force, because when he grabs a pen, there's a force around him that is sometimes unmatched. So he's a lot of fun to be around. And G, thank you for joining us tonight, and appreciate you sharing your talents, your time, and we look forward to the time with you. So I'll hand it over to you, man.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
We hear you twice.
There we go. Yeah, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna walk around here. If you can highlight the Jeff's iPhone.
I think I did that. Did I not do that?
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like you did.
Looks like I did. Okay. No, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Let's see.
No, okay, I got you.
All I want to say
Okay.
is this studio is like,
There
man,
you go.
look at this.
Yeah,
Oh man,
so
I'm excited.
we're talking full on disorder here, right?
Oh my goodness, it looks great.
So this is my office studio here at my house, and this wall over here, this is my pen collection. And as you can see, I've got these 4 glass cases here, and they're full. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll just kind of, so this side over here is some of my smaller pens, and then I've got some dip pens and some vintage stuff, all kinds of accessories, inkwells, some stuff that was my grandparents on their desks when they were still around. I've got some old drafting tools, anything that's kind of pen related. A bunch of the cases that these come in, all kinds of inks, and then the next few here, you can see I've got a massive Lamy Safari collection, and then just lots of other pens. So this is kind of just you can open up the case here to see. I've got them all labeled, and of course I have a spreadsheet, because I'm a 75% nerd, and at least 75. And yeah, so here's a bunch of the safaris. I've got like I said, pretty much every edition of Safari that they've come out with, I've got. As far as I know, there's a few out there that I don't have.
That's amazing.
I've got some pretty exotic ones. They're exotic, hard to find. And then this case over here, this is Park Avenue. So this is the penthouse. So this is where some of the high rent district is. I've got some of my Mont Blancs, Pelicans, some of these rare limited edition pens, handmade pens, and a bunch of different. I got some. See my little Pelican pen holders, the porcelain Pelicans. Those are quite fun. And then some more pens there. Those and some dip pens. Some of these are gifts from people. Again, more boxes. The boxes a lot of times are just as cool as the pen.
Are those Pokeballs?
Yeah, so there's my,
Swear those
as
look
you
like
can
Pokemon
see up
balls.
here, I I have other vices, um, so you're just a big kid. I'm just a big kid. All right, so I'm gonna come back
Love
over
it.
here to my desk, and I'm going to actually, I'm gonna hang up, and I'm gonna unmute my. Uh,
Where do you
okay. Turn this up. Okay, can you guys hear me
We got you.
and see me? All right. So I don't know. I couldn't really hear while I was talking. I didn't know if anybody had any questions, but um, if anybody has any questions, feel free to shout them out during any of this time. This is not a monologue. I am not an expert. I'm just here to entertain your curiosity for a little while.
I was just asking, are those Pokeballs?
Are they what?
Pokemon balls? I couldn't tell. The red and white
Oh,
ball.
yes, there is a whole set of Pokemon. Yes.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
limited edition from Japan. Japan, they do all these limited edition that they don't release in the U.S. So you have to go hunting them down on eBay
Oh
and
man. Yeah, the nerd in me got very excited when I saw
yeah.
this.
I'm not.
Too,
I've
me
got some.
too. I
I've got
saw him the
some.
same. I was like, oh man, Pokemon balls. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm on my
yeah, they're pretty
phone.
cool. They've got a bunch
I'm
of little
sick, so
accessories.
I'm not sharing video or anything because I'm sick in bed right now, but I've got a tiny phone today.
Well, that's I appreciate you guys letting me show that. And again, if you have any questions later on, feel free to talk. Shout them out to me. I was going to show. Let me get this camera working here.
Yeah, we got you.
There we go. I was just going to show a few. I know last time I showed a bunch of pins, and I don't want to belabor it because we want to sketch, but I did grab a few pins here that I wanted to kind of show. There's some of my kind of newer ones I've gotten. I go to pin shows, and yes, there are such things as pin shows. And the one I go to usually is in Dallas because that's close to me. Um, and I've gotten where when I go to these pin shows, there's all these pin makers, and because it's like I can buy a Pelican anywhere. I can buy an Omos anywhere. I can buy a Lamy anywhere. But I've really gotten to where I like these maker pens. They're just unique, and I like supporting people that make things. It's kind of special. And so this one I got last year in Dallas is by a company Magnolia Pens, and you can see it's this. I don't know how well the colors come across. This is supposed to be a New York Yankees blue and white. Nice pen. They usually have like Joe nibs or Bach nibs on these. Come with converters. This one is very nice. Acrylic, nice light. But I also like big pens, and this one you can see is fairly good size. So I got that guy. He's really fun. I've got ink in it right now, and I've been sketching with that this week. A couple other maker pens. This one is from Heinz Pens, and you can see it's quite big. It's really cool resin acrylic. It's got this nice little view window here. And it's got an internal piston filler, and again, just really cool, big old honking pen. Nice detail on the clip and the little logo. So just fun. So this one, I like that one. I like them all. That's why I bought them. This one is from Newton Pens, and it's a combination of resin and some wood here inlaid. You can see their little logo there. It's kind of hard to see on the described in the cap. Yeah, nice big pen. And let's see, I got a couple other ones, and then I've got two that I bought that are not maker pens that I've been hunting for a while. Let's go through these. So this one is from Derail Pens, and I just love the sleekness of it. I'm an architect, so I appreciate like things that are visually stunning and beautiful and minimalist, and I love the colors on this. It kind of has a Bauhaus kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
So that's one that, and a couple that I really probably never really don't would if you'd have told me I would have
been drawn to these, I would have told you were crazy because I really don't go for like gold and shiny and bright things, blingy things. But this one was I really liked it. It's very, seeing very glittery, very sparkly. This one's from Magnolia Pens. Um, Again, nice detail on the cap. That's another thing about a lot of these makers. They do little special things, on their clips and caps and put their logos. That's kind of nice. And then this one is a dragon scale pen from Relic Pens. The guy that owns that company beforehand, which can go. Patrick Ross. I've gotten to be pretty good friends with him over the years. I bought lots of pens from him. This one's really pretty. Again, you can see the scale. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Nice detail. So those are some of the maker pens that are kind of my recent acquisitions. And then I've got two, brand names. This has become my favorite pen. People always ask me, "What's your favorite pen?" I've got like 300 pens. This is my favorite pen. It's a Visconti Homo Sapien. It's a black rubberized body, a gold nib, and I think it's 18 karat. I don't have my loop with me. It's got an internal piston filler, but this pen, this is not an inexpensive pen. You guys can look it up, or if you know about them. But it is absolutely fantastic. It writes like butter. The nib is soft, responsive. It's flexible. It's this is my favorite pen to write or draw with. I got that last year in Washington D.C. at a pen store, and then this was my latest kind of big, stupid expenditure. I've wanted the Pelican M1000 for a long time. Again, it's the biggest of the Pelican M series pens. You can see it's pretty good size. But just a nice, big, beautiful pen. And again, not inexpensive, but just absolutely gorgeous, German, craftsmanship. I mean, look at this nib, gold nib, nice big nib. It's got an internal piston, piston filler. So yeah, those two were kind of my most recent kind of big splurge moments. So yeah. So if anybody wants to talk pens, I'd love to talk pens with you. I've been collecting pens for about, it's going on 30 years now. I started collecting them when I was in college in about 1995, and I've actually thinned my collection down. And again, it's around 300 now, but I actually did sell quite a few because I wanted to buy a couple of other ones. That's how I justified it, right? I sold 20 and I bought one. That's how it works when you have an addiction, I guess. So, I was going to do one other thing here before we start sketching, and I was just going to quickly show a few of the. And again, if you guys have questions, please just don't hesitate to just shout out. You're not going to hurt my feelings or throw me off because I have no script. But I was just going to show a few of the sketches that I've done recently in the last few weeks, and I'm not going to belabor on them and explain. But this one's actually marker on this hot press paper with waterproof ink. This one is same subject, Josephia. This one's watercolor paper. And again, another one in marker. I bought these markers and I've really been liking them. Is the Berlin Cathedral. There we go. In Berlin. We got the Lincoln Memorial. We got some Gasworks Park in Seattle. I went on a kick for a while. I was sketching all of these Greek and Egyptian and Roman ruins. This is some from Rome. Again, another marker. Just a quick, fast ink sketch. So you can see kind of just a little bit of everything. Here's several of these kind of just domes that I just quickly sketched and painted. Notre Dame. Again, more kind of dome. I love just doing these really quick little dome sketches. It's just fun. I'm usually testing out the paints and things when I do these little quick ones. It's just an imaginary urban street scene against some more ruins. This one's from a little while back, but I like this sketch. We did this for one of our high school sketchers, a sketch of falling water, watercolor. And then this one, this is kind of the last one I grabbed here, just one that I don't remember. I should have labeled these, but this one's somewhere in like South America.
Oh.
So anyway, that's just kind of a quick, some of my more recent endeavors, quick sketches. I usually don't spend more than 30 or 45 minutes on any sketch. I work pretty quick. I kind of lose interest if I spend much more time than that, or I end up I mess it up. I overwork it. Overworking is always for me has always been a little bit of a battle. Trying not to overwork sketches, especially with watercolor. You can really really take one from being, hey, that's pretty nice, to, oh geez, what have I done? It happens quickly. So flag knows. We talk about that a lot.
Yeah, been there too many times there,
Yeah,
Gene.
you guys, I'm not probably telling anybody anything they don't already know, but
Yeah, let me just add this,
yeah. Hold my beer. And then one other thing, I'm gonna schlep something here. So on my screen, my camera's mirrored. Is it mirrored on y'all's screen, or is it right?
It's
That's
right.
good.
It's right.
Right
I don't
on.
know why it's mirrored on mine, so it's weirded me out. But
Yeah.
so I did this about 6 months ago or so, and Flag kind of worked with me, gave me encouragement to do a self-published book. And so I went on blurb.com, and it's amazing. Even a Gen Xer can use the technology. I managed to get through it, and I did this little self-published book. It's called Being Sketchy, and I kind of tried to capture a lot of the sketches that I've done over the years. I've got it broken up into some kind of chapters. Just chapter on travel, a chapter on sketching here in Oklahoma City, one on kind of sketching these industrial agricultural facilities, and then at the end here some of my abstract fantasy architectural sketches. And then, I've got a few little blurbs in here that kind of explain about why I sketch what I sketch. I've got some little testimony, or some little shout outs in the back to, my dad and my wife and Mo, Bill Basie. And so anyway, so this is available on my Etsy site, which is Sketchy G Architect. Sketchy G Architect. And it's also available on Blurb, but if you buy it on Blurb, it's way more expensive, because if you buy it from Etsy, I've already got these physical ones here at my house. I bought a bunch of copies. And so it's a lot cheaper if you buy it through Etsy. So, if you guys are looking for it, these make great Christmas gifts, I hear. I could be wrong, but I've heard that they make great Christmas gifts.
Hey,
Anyway,
gee, I'm going to park there. I want to park there for a minute as well, and give you a further shout out, because I've got my autographed copy actually, and
Yeah.
for self-published, these are the way to go. These are awesome little resources. They're nuggets of inspiration, and G's style is just that. It's his own pen style. It's quick style. It's full of energy. I thumb through this a lot, and these kinds of books are awesome. Pick one up, guys, and add it to your sketch library, because it's you won't regret it. It's a lot of fun, and G did a really nice job to make that happen. So anyway,
Yeah, thank you. And I have to give a shout out to my wife too. My wife is a technical writer and an editor, and she helped me. There's not a lot of text in it, but and she helped me greatly, and she also helped with the layout and stuff. She's just got a really good eye for that kind of stuff. So we actually did 2 or 3 test runs and drafts, and so she helped me kind of whip it into shape. So, and then a little side shout out again to Flag. Flag also has a book available on that he did of his watercolor stuff, so it's beautiful. And again, I have a signed copy from the author, from the man, the myth, the legend. So, all right. So enough of that
your check's in the mail.
That's right. Yes, royalty. Yes. So I thought tonight we would sketch. One of the things that I do a lot is I sketch. I do fast little sketches, like 3, 5, 10-minute sketches, and I love doing and I time them. And we do this a lot with our Haskell Sketcher stuff. I did it a lot when I was teaching with students. It's a great way to force yourself to edit and to make quick decisions, and to only draw the essential things, and how do you capture the essence of something without getting bogged down in the details. And it's a
Mhm.
great exercise, and it will make you a better observer. It will make you a better sketcher. It will make you a better artist because, again, it forces you to do things that you normally do, but it forces you to do them quickly. And when you do that, it sharpens that skill and that your eye and your hand. And again, it makes you. I think it makes you better. I don't think it does. It will make you a better sketcher. So I picked the five. I love the 5 missions in San Antonio. I've been there. I've been there in person and sketched all 5 of them. They're beautiful. They're amazing. And I just thought we would do these, and I liked them because I also wanted to do a technique that I like doing when I especially when I go out and sketch in person, because a lot of times I am limited on time. I just wanted to. I'm going to use. I got 2 pens here. I've got one of my Lamy Safaris, and I've got just a cartridge in it, so it's water soluble ink. It's not waterproof ink. And then I've got another pen here that's a Fude nib. If you guys are familiar, I'm familiar with the Fude. And this one
Hey.
also has, yeah, there you go, the Fude dude. This one also has water soluble ink in it, and so you guys have probably seen this technique. I'm not going to split any atoms here, but the idea with this technique is that you can quickly, let's say, do just some bull crap thing here.
Jeff, is that a fine nib or an extra fine?
This is a fine nib, yes. So
Okay.
the Safari is
you.
a fine nib, and then the Fude is
Foodie.
it's much bigger. But I'm just going to kind of quickly do a few little lines here, and right, I'm gonna have to let that dry for just a second because it is a little bit wet. And then there's these great. You guys again have probably seen these. I don't think I'm breaking any new ground here. These water brush pens are great. I've got a whole bunch of them. They come in different sizes, different size little brushed heads. They've even got some of these that are kind of a flat kind of chisel. And these are just great. You just fill them up with water, and they're real portable. They don't leak. You can seal them up nice and tight. And you can come back and just kind of squeeze it and get the water going. And you come in here and kind of hit your ink, and you can kind of get this really nice, just kind of wash, feel. And it's something that's just a really fast way to kind of get some nice tone. It looks like a watercolor, kind of like an ink wash, but you're not having to bust out your full palette. It dries really quick, which is nice when you're out sketching in the field, because sometimes I've done, you've probably all done watercolors, right? And you have to sit there and wait for it to dry. You can't close your book. You got to hold it. You're trying to, this dries it's already, it's dry, so I don't know how you guys can see that, but yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So that's what I was going to do tonight on these. And then we're going to time them. Like I said, we're going to do 10 minutes per sketch, which is an eternity, I promise. Unless you're on the treadmill, and then it's a long time. All right. So I'm also going to, because we're going to be drawing small, or sorry, we're going to be drawing fast, I'm going to draw small-ish, right? These are just some 8.5 by 11 paper. This is a hot press watercolor paper from Fabriano. The hot press, you guys probably know, but if you don't know, is smoother. This is thick. It's 140 pounds, so pretty robust paper. Holds up good. It takes the ink well, takes the water well for this wash. It's a good paper, and I like the hot press because it's smooth. Because we're not really painting, so I don't mind the smooth texture. All right. So is everyone ready? Anybody have any questions, comments, criticisms?
Oh, awesome.
You don't like my hair? My
Jeff, how
accent
do
is
you,
fun.
Jeff, how do you start, and what is your, like, how do you approach that whole thing? Do you start at one side to the other, or do you sketch the whole thing in, or what do you do?
Yeah, that's a good question. And, again, people ask that a lot. I, I don't always follow the rule, but I generally work from one side to the other or it depends on the subject. One side to the other, or top down or bottom up. It just kind of depends on the subject and what it is. Like if it's a church with a big dome or something, sometimes I'll start at the top, work my way down. Um, but sometimes I start at the bottom, work my way up because you don't want to run out of paper and all that kind of stuff. On this one, we'll do this one first. I'm going to start over here on the right side and go left and I do that a lot because I'm left-handed. So when I start over here and I go this way, I'm less likely to smudge. Um, and this one works out well too. That most of the details over here on the left side. So once I kind of get that set up, it kind of sets up the rest of the sketch for me. So, all right. So I hope everybody has the photos. I'm gonna set this off to the side here so you can see my paper. And I'm gonna hit my timer. So we're gonna do 10 minutes. And like I said, we're gonna do some ink lines, and then last 2 or 3 minutes, come back with this little water brush and put some tone on it. So hit my timer, 10 minutes, starting now. Oh boy.
Nice.
And again, you guys please ask questions as we go along, or if you've got experiences, suggestions, any of that stuff.
Yeah, this is where everybody normally just freezes up there.
Yeah, this is where it gets quiet. Everybody starts biting the lip.
Oh, come on. I'll start with an easy one then.
Okay, give me the easy one.
G, how do you choose the pen that you're going to sketch with? I mean, I come from a collection of, I don't know, 20 or something. It takes me 20 minutes. Sometimes it takes me longer to choose the pen than to sketch. How do you do it? Tell us.
That's a great question. I wish I had so what I do kind of is I generally every week on like Sunday night, I come in here and I look through my case and I grab something and I put ink in it and I usually sketch with it and write with it like all week. That's my horse for the week, And I just kind of yeah, and I try to not neglect any of them, but there are some I think I've said this before. There are some of them that I bought them and I liked how they look or whatever, but I don't like how they write or and so I don't. There's some that I really don't use and haven't in a long time, and I don't feel too bad about it because it's like, hey, they're still pretty. They don't have to work well, I guess. So that's kind of what I do, and I do have some favorites that I kind of come back to a lot. But I try to kind of mix it up and use different ones, and yeah. So there's no real rhyme or reason to it. Just and when you have that many, it is kind of a little bit of it's not stressful, but sometimes I kind of stand there for like 20 minutes and just stare, like I don't know which one to grab. Too many choices. It's like being at Taco Bell, it used to be easy, right? Taco, burrito, nacho. Now they got all kinds of crap. It's like I got to make a decision. It's so.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's a good problem to have, is the way I see it.
I'm just curious, how many of those pens do you keep filled? The problem I have is, I keep a lot of them filled and they just sort of dry up if I don't have the time to use them all the time.
Yeah, and that's something I do. I used to be different about it. I'd have 6, 8, 10 of them inked up at once, and it got to where. Sorry, I'm gonna try to focus my camera a little bit here. If it'll let me. I just got to where I was like, man, I would leave them inked up for a long time like that, like you said, and then they would get clogged, and I'd have to do like a 30-minute cleaning session or soak stuff overnight, and so I started doing the thing where I just kind of do 1 or 2 at a time, I just ink them up and I use them for the whole week or until they run out of ink or both or whichever, and then I put them away and I go get something else. Because they do. I mean, if you leave one depends on the pen. The Safaris, you can leave those inked up for a while. They're pretty resilient. You really have to leave one of those inked up for a month or so before it would clog up. But some of them, man, it's like if you leave them for a couple of days, they turn into. You're like, oh man, you got to get the old Dawn out and get your ultrasonic cleaner out, and which I do have one of. So yeah.
Yeah. How often do you clean them?
Um, I mean, I go through a really good cleaning when I put them away after I use it. I give them a nice cleaning. I take them apart, however much they come apart. Most of these come apart. You can take the nibs off, um, and I just do that and run them through the cold water. And then again, like I said, I have that little ultrasonic like jewelry cleaner, and I just take that and they run in that for it's like 5 minutes or something. It's just water, and it kind of shakes everything out of them, and and then just dry them off real good. I usually let them sit overnight on like a paper towel to make sure that there's no like residual moisture water that gets locked up inside it when I put it away. And yeah, that's it. If you do that, I've got pens that I haven't uh, used in years, and I open them up and load them with ink, and they just go right to town. So, um, yeah. All right, what are we doing? We got 4 minutes and 47 seconds.
Are you going to tell us when to start using our water brushes?
You can do whenever you want. I mean, you can. I'm getting close myself, so you can do it however you want. Um, oh man, I miscounted. I got the wrong number of arches. See, but it doesn't matter, Chris. I didn't count the arches.
Yeah,
That's all right.
they're the same.
Chris never wants you to count the out.
No, man.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's just a sketch. It's just a sketch.
that's right.
We have a guy on that's on our Haskell Sketchers every week, and he's a madman. He's a beast when it comes to the details, and we always tease him that he's counting windows or counting columns or counting bricks or whatever but his stuff is so amazing, and he does draw with an incredible amount of detail in a very short period of time. But yeah, we like to give him a hard time about hey, don't be in there counting the bricks. So got about 3 minutes to go, 3.5 minutes. So yeah, make your final selections. Start making your way to the front of the store. Try to come here a little bit of. And the reason I started with this one out of the images is that this one's really kind of just a straight on flat elevation. It's a nice one to kind of warm up on, kind of get our juices flowing a little bit. Not too complicated. So try to be benevolent.
You're too kind.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what.
yeah. I picked the most difficult ones. I get everybody mad at me. That's what I like.
There aren't any people in the photo, but I'm gonna draw people in mine anyway because they need to be there for scale and
Sounds good.
shoot, we're people. We relate to that. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna come in there now. I got my Fude. I'm gonna drop in some darks. Kind of a dark ground line here. You always like to try to ground the building. It needs to sit. It needs to sit on the ground. So you guys, has anybody done a lot of kind of fast timed sketching, or do you usually?
We do that a lot.
Do you? Yeah, good.
We do.
Good. I think it's a fun exercise. I always like, we've done several of these where you do, a 3 to 5 and then like a 15 or 20-minute sketch, and most of the time I end up liking the 1 or the 3-minute sketch better a lot of times, and it's kind of funny how it works. It's there's something about the quick ones that kind of capture the essence, and it's like they're just very compelling.
it just brings so much energy, G. You know,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah. All right, so we got about a minute to go. Gonna get these shadows on these arches a little bit. Yeah, it's fun. And even if it turns out poorly, um, no one died.
Blame Chris.
Yeah, blame me. Sure, you can blame
I
me.
can take it.
He's a big
I can
boy.
dish it and I can take it.
Yeah. Gotta have thick skin to be in this profession.
Oh, no.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no!
We have a casualty.
Squirt.
Two,
Too
one.
much wash.
All right, time is up. How did we do? So at the end, I thought it'd be great at the end if we could just do a little round robin show and tell. So we're just gonna kind of keep rolling to the next sketch because I know again we're gonna run out of time if we don't. So um, now that everybody's nice and warmed up, nice and loose, let's see. Let's go to put that one away. We're gonna kind of progress here in complexity. We're gonna go over to the Alamo. Um, Again, a little perspective, not as much, a little more than the first one, but not a full-on perspective. All right, so get my blank paper. Everybody got your photo where you can see it. Mine where I can see it. Get my paper squared away here. And a timer. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Ready, go. No, we're not messing around here. So on this one, since it is kind of just a eye level, almost elevation, and there are people in the photo, I'm going to start with people. I'm going to draw my horizon line, and I'm going to start. I'm just going to throw some people in here. Again, on an eye level perspective like this. If you don't know the rule is you put everybody's head on the horizon line, and depending on how tall you draw the person, that indicates how far away or how close to you they are. Big people are closer, little people are farther away, but you put all their heads on the horizon line and you just draw. And it's a very fast, effective way to create depth and interest, and it's a nice little trick. Yeah, so there's my people, my horizon line, and then again I'm going to kind of start over on the right side where we left just because I'm a it's work. So there's the ground bottom line. Has everybody, anyone been to the Alamo? I figure a lot of people probably have, but if you have not or been to San Antonio is a great city.
Yeah, it's amazing what they did with the ditch.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I mean,
Jacksonville's trying to figure out what to do with a river, and San Antonio really got the secret when they just took that
yeah,
ditch and made an
yeah,
incredible icon out of it. Attraction, amazing.
yeah.
I've never
It is.
been, but I remember it. Sorry.
You remember the Alamo? Yeah, I tease Oklahoma has a pretty good rivalry with our friends to the south, our Texas neighbors, and we always kind of tease them. We're like, you guys remember the losers, right? Like, because they lost. I'm not trying to be mean, but they didn't even win. But it's okay.
You know, when I saw the Alamo for the first time, gee, I couldn't believe how small it was.
It is really small,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
and it's almost like this is like a facade, like a movie set. It's behind it. It's this kind of this barrel vaulted little building. That's it's like this thing is really almost like it is like this movie set facade. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you can see by the people, it's not a very big structure. And it's a little bit odd too. The first time I saw it, I was amazed by the size of it and the fact that it's just right smack in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
There's like these 20-story buildings, and I mean, you can see in the background. It's just there's all this kind of, I don't know. I guess I always had the picture in my head that it would be kind of more out in the countryside somewhere, not right
Yep.
smack in the middle of the big kind of modern urban city. As much as San Antonio is a modern urban city, I guess, but it is a big city. Great food.
Oh
Great food.
man.
Great food in San Antonio. Great food.
Hmm.
All right, so we're about 4 minutes in. So if you don't have it kind of blocked out by now, you're probably running behind. Yeah, I've been to San Antonio 3 times, I guess. And 2 of the times I went, I did drive around to all of the 5 missions and sketch them in person, which was a lot of fun. And the other ones are out kind of they're out kind of away from the downtown area. One of them, I don't remember which one it is. I think it may have been the one we just sketched is quite a ways out. Of course, the Alamo, just right here in the middle, right smack in the middle of town. Did you get the flag in there? Don't forget the flag, Chris.
Hey, hey. You never have too many.
Get the flag. How we doing, everybody? We got 5 minutes in, 5 down, 5 to go. You guys are quiet.
That's what
Concentrating.
happens. That's what happens.
Good stuff. It is interesting again when you go see this, and you can still see a bunch of the old bullet holes. It just kind of brings it home. It's like it was a real thing. It wasn't just a movie. Fude. American busting out the Fude.
Actually, I'm not. I spent the last 20 minutes trying to revive one of my foodies because I did exactly what you mentioned. I have like 5 or 6 of them loaded with ink. I haven't been drawing in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they are all dead now.
Oh
So
no.
I'm scratching with an 100-year-old Waterman that has water-soluble ink in it, so that's good. But it's not really a drawing pen. But hey, you know what? It's my own stupidity, and then we draw with what we have, right? There you go.
There you go.
That's right. Yeah, they see even the salty veterans make mistakes. It's all right.
A salty
veteran.
veteran.
I think he's talking about Shukri's flag.
I think he was. Yeah, he was.
Merrick, you're kind of like Mo and a lot of those guys. You could probably draw with a dang tree trunk and it'd be just fine. So I'm not worried about you. I think you could probably make do.
It happens in these demos, and Mo brings it to life. We're all so busy drawing our own, we're not really watching how you're laying out your sketch.
Yeah.
and
Well,
we miss out, you know.
and that's why we recorded it. You can go back and watch it later.
There you go. I forgot about that.
I highly recommend.
Where do we find the video that's recorded? I was looking on YouTube and I couldn't find it last time, so I wasn't sure if it was somewhere else or if I had the wrong link.
Mm.
So, Lise, it's on our USK Jacksonville YouTube site.
Right. Jacksonville Urban Sketcher. Yeah. Is that where you're going?
I believe so, but I'll look again. Because I just might have had the wrong one.
Were there any other videos there?
Yeah, there were some.
Well, you
How
have to
long?
keep looking. You have to go way down because we have how many years of 5 years
Yeah, we
of
got
videos
five
on there.
5 years.
And
Yeah.
they don't always keep them in order. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not
okay.
in order.
You know, sometimes the newest one can be at the very bottom and it drives us crazy, but that's just the way it is.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's interesting that they're not just in chronological order. You'd think it would
You'd
just
think
default.
so. You'd think, that makes sense, but whatever. This one, no. This one didn't come out very good.
All right, we
It's
got
just one of those.
32 seconds to go. 32 seconds. 30. Night. Yeah, it's counting down. The way it goes.
I didn't even get a tree in here.
Make your final selections.
Yeah,
Okay.
Flag is counting all the trees to make sure that there's a proper number of them.
That's
You got-
right. He's looking for those landscaping points, man.
You got to have them, We're got to do what we can to cover bad architecture.
3, 2, 1. Time is up.
All right.
Outstanding. This one is a little better. I'm a little more warmed up. All right.
Yeah, that's nice. G. I love just love the quick strokes. I mean, just with a few just real strategic lines, and you got the essence of that thing.
That's the idea again. Yeah. Quick presentation. All right. Next, we're gonna step up a little bit in complexity, if that's the right word. But still we're still gonna so this one still almost an elevation, little perspective, but mostly a kind of a flat elevation. Great proportions. Look at these arches. Look at those shadows. Are you kidding me? It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Very nice.
Gorgeous. Ay. All right. Here we go. My paper's squared on the screen. And timer. Hang on. I gotta take a drink. Oh, my throat's getting scratchy. And yes, it's just water.
That's
For
too
now.
bad.
Hey Jeff,
Yeah.
which one?
Yes, sir.
Which one are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do this one. I should have labeled these. I don't remember which one this one is. Yeah, this one here with the two towers.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And look at that palm tree, Chris. I know you.
Nice.
Oh, Merrick is going to stumble on that one.
I am already drawing it. I have pre-drawn it last week.
All right, ready, set, go. 10 minutes. Now on this one, I'm going to work from left to right because I want to set up this part first because it's kind of the crux of the drawing. So, but on that part, I'm going to work on right, just because again, lefty, and that makes it's more comfortable. But if you can get this main structure, get the proportion of that right at the beginning, kind of sets everything up. Okay. So how is it getting? I know it's got this is a stupid question. You guys talked about it earlier. I'm assuming it's getting warm down there in Jack's.
Oh my God, yes.
getting nice and humid.
Oh yeah.
We actually had a really warm day here today in Oklahoma City. It was about 93, which
Oh,
this time of year is a
Yeesh.
little warm
Mm.
still for us. But we have not had. Are usually May, April, May, and the early part of June, but especially April and May are usually our kind of rainy, wet months, and it has been really dry. So
Yep.
I'm nervous about the summer because when that happens, our summers are usually hot, dry, and nasty. If we don't get our good rain in the spring and early summer, so everybody's kind of holding their breath right now, hoping that they're saying next week think the pattern's going to kind of change into a more typical springtime storm pattern. We'll see.
We got a balmy 53 degrees Fahrenheit in Toronto. So
53. That's short sleeve weather. That's fantastic.
we would be freezing our butts off at that temperature.
Yeah, you'd be breaking out the jackets. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
we'd be
cold.
breaking up the jackets. We'd be freezing.
to me, that's about the perfect when it's in like the 50s and 60s. To me, that's like the perfect weather because you can go outside, you can do stuff, and you don't get hot, but you don't really need to put on a coat. And it's just, to me, that's like the sweet spot. I love that weather. Unfortunately, when we get it here, it doesn't last very long.
Yeah, we have that for about a week.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys had a little cold. You had a little freakish cold stuff going on in the kind of the late part of the winter, like didn't you? You actually had a little bit of freezing.
Yeah, every so often it gets,
Yeah,
gets into the 30s.
it's a little weird for you, huh?
Well, we had kind
Nothing
of a
like New
weird thing
Orleans,
going
though.
on. What?
So nothing like New Orleans got their snow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those people they're panicking down there, man.
Having
That's
fun.
talk about everything closing down, right?
Oh yeah.
Things come to a pretty good halt here when it snows, but it has to snow quite a bit. But people really don't know what to do. We don't our city's not really made. They don't have the budget for that like other cities do. So we kind of when it does snow, it kind of shuts everything down.
Well, we kind of had an interesting thing. We had a really hot summer, and we had an invasion of Cuban tree frogs. And Cuban tree frogs are carnivorous, and they eat the native tree frogs.
Oh my
And
god!
I have an aquaponics set up, so I usually have like a million tree frogs, Florida tree frogs, and they make this fabulous sound. And every night, my whole, property is full of this beep 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 noise, and it's just amazing. And they killed all of them,
Oh wow.
all of them. I mean, I had none. And then we got the cold weather this year. It went down to like 22 degrees, and it killed the Cuban tree frogs. So in the early spring, I had one beeper, and he beeped and he called and he called and he called, and nothing came. And I called the agricultural department. I said, "Hey, can you get me any of these? I don't have any left." And I was just heartbroken that my beeper frogs, they were gone, and they didn't care. They said, "Yeah, that's not an endangered species." And I said, "You sure?" Because I got none, and I used to have thousands of them. And they last week, I have no idea. I didn't have a single. I had that one beeper that called and called for a long time. Nobody came. Nobody called back, and he disappeared for a whole week. And yesterday, I had 5 beepers out there, and I can hear them now. They're beeping away. And somehow he went out into the marsh, because I have a marsh here, and he found others and he brought them home. And I'm just so thrilled to have beepers back.
Yeah,
I mean, Lisa, I'm tearing up.
Yeah. It's just an amazing thing.
I'm glad I'm over here.
The beepers are back,
Beepers.
I wish you could hear them, they go beep, 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 it's just amazing,
I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
a Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Beepers.
the beepers. But I still have a few Cuban tree frogs, and I've been looking for them so that I can annihilate them myself. And I catch them. I catch them and I put them in the freezer.
He's coming after.
It's the humane thing to do. But I don't want them to eat the Florida native tree frogs. They don't belong here. I'm
And
sorry.
Put them in the freezer.
Yes. Yeah, I put them, I catch them in a net and I put the net in a plastic bag and I stick them in the freezer overnight and then they're dead.
Oh,
And then I throw them out.
That's supposed to be the humane way.
Hey, it is the humane way. That's what they said.
I know.
You know, the
Take
humane
a little
way
Too
nap.
much for me.
to
Just
kill
take a
them.
little nap.
It's too much.
You know, I'm sorry. So that's my story for the night. You know,
Yeah, that's the.
I now have my beepers back.
all right.
Oh man, beepers.
How we doing on time?
We're at 2.5 minutes to go.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
yeah. It's time flies when you're having fun.
Or as Kermit
Talking about-
says, time
talking about-
you're having flies.
Right.
I was too focused on that story.
Yeah, that was. Maybe we should get like an extra minute on this one since we were all so engaged in the story.
I think we have beepers here. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, but you know, you can hear them. They do that. They go beep 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 beep.
It's like a
It's so
honk,
funny.
right? It's like a I don't
Yeah.
wanna call it a honk, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think we had. And then you're right. For a while, we didn't hear them at all.
Yeah, because those Cuban tree frogs just came and annihilated them.
So how can you tell? Do they have cigars in their mouths? How can you tell?
They're gold colored.
Yeah.
They're gold colored. They're different.
Cigars and a beret. And
They
just
they drive
taking
cool
over.
cars.
Lizards too. They have maracas.
Oh boy, we're mixing all the ethnicities here.
Well, you know, hey.
But didn't it happen with the lizards years ago too?
I don't know.
Like all the green lizards were gone for a little while.
Oh yeah, but they came back.
Yeah, yeah. But I remember they went. They disappeared. All you had was brown lizards.
You know, that kind of stuff happens a lot where you get these kind of weird. I remember one year here we had like an invasion of grasshoppers.
Yeah.
They were everywhere, and like we went to our lake house down at Texoma, which is down kind of on the Texas is on the Texas border, and they were the water was covered with them. It was like some like biblical plague. But it was some weird anomaly that year, or something that some predator that didn't do its job, and or this because of weather or whatever, and yeah, it's strange. It's crazy how that works. All right, 30 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
gee.
Question then, for 30 seconds. Do you ever go back to your pen after you went with water and with the water brush? Do you ever wait for it to dry and go back to the pen, or you just sort of treat it as a one pass with ink and one pass with water and that's it, move on?
Yeah, that's a good question. Usually I don't go back unless I just really feel like I messed something up, or sometimes I'll forget to like draw people in there or something. I'll go back and do them later, but usually I kind of like one and done, Well, it's like if I missed it, I missed it, All right, time is up. All right, so this one here's
Nice.
good. Nice, fast.
That's
Again,
an
I love the
architectural
water.
palm tree.
Yeah, it sure is. Look at that. Look at that guy.
Love it.
That's perfectly represented.
Even I can do better.
Uh-oh.
We'll see in a minute. Okay. All right. So let's again kind of now we're going to step up a little bit in complexity just because of the perspective, I guess, right? And so this one, I think this is actually the one that I was thinking about. This one, I think it's out like a ways, like it's like 30, 45 minutes out to get to this one. But anyway, really, again, beautiful. Look at the bell towers, the stone. Look at the detail around that doorway, the stone detail, and the woodworking on the door. Very nice. Love the walls. Just, Beautiful stuff. So one we'll do next, and then we'll have one more, and then we can see what kind of a little set we've put together. Let's see what kind of little set of postcards we put together. Because I'll tell you a secret. Again, you guys probably know this. You're artists and whatnot. But if you take these and you scan them, this is an 8.5 by 11. So my drawing is 5 by 7 ish. I take that and scan it and shrink it down about 25%, 50%. It looks fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So shrink them down, put them on some little note cards, and sell them, make some coin. Okay, this is where we're going to go next. 10 minutes starting now. So again, because of the perspective of this one, you may have to go a little faster, make decisions a little quicker.
It's kind of a mess in the middle that you can hardly see.
Yeah, so what you got to do with that is maybe that's where you start making some edit. You don't have to draw everything just because it's all in the photo. You are the artiste. You have freedom to edit, eliminate, add, subtract. Draw what you see, what you think is important.
Artist license is awesome.
Right. Because again, you could draw just this tower part, and then you could just that back colonnade and that tree. You could do that in just 3 or 4 strokes and really draw any detail, and still get the essence of it, and it would be just fine, I think. They kind of get this front.
And any particular reason that made you start this drawing from the bottom? You started from the ground, and then you went up on the right side. Yeah, there. And
Yeah.
I just found it curious that this is your starting point, but it's everybody works differently. I just wanted to know what goes in your head, if there was a decision or a subconscious or just how you started.
I think it was just because when you're trying, for me, when I'm trying to kind of set up a perspective, I need like an anchor point at this corner.
Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. Damn it.
Well, that's just for me. I mean, that's where my eye says it goes. And so I started there and worked my way, and then I'll work my way that way. So,
right.
That was just kind of how I did it. And, it's funny you mentioned that because you do it. I mean, you know how it is in America at this point. It's like, I don't even think about that. I just do it. So it's great when somebody stops and asks like, well, why did you start there? Like, oh, why did I start there? That's a great question. So, and again, that's there's not any like hard and fast rules. It's like if you do it this way or it's wrong. Like, yeah.
A lot of times it's just by feel too. Just
yeah. I mean, so much of what after you've been doing this for a while, you're acting on instinct and feel.
And we would never tell you to your face that it's wrong, right? Because this is recorded after all. So
that's right.
We would not do that.
That's right. Wrong is one of those funny words, It's like wrong. How is it wrong?
There's never a bad sketch.
That's right.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to say.
Now I'll make my one little comment here that I almost always try to tell people. And again, I think with this group, it's kind of preaching to the choir. I don't think I'm really, but never get rid of your old sketches. Keep them all. Go back and look at them later after years, and and you'll see that you've progressed, that you've changed style. Your style's developed. It's changed. It's morphed. It's an amazing thing. Never get rid of your old sketches. They're a great reference. And even if you don't like it, even if you're like, man, this sketch sucks, keep it. Just hold on to it, fold it up, put it in the drawer. Whatever. You don't have to look at it for years. Nobody. Again, no kittens died or anything. It's fine. But yeah, always try to keep your sketches. I have sketches that I did way back, and they're really, really bad. I mean, they're really bad, and I kept them because it's like sometimes it's kind of fun to go back and look at them, and you kind of chuckle, And but it's like, hey, I really have gotten better. And then again, see how your style evolves and changes because you do. If you do this a lot, you develop different techniques. Your style changes. It's fun to go back and look. It's like looking at your handwriting. Your handwriting is kind of the same way. You kind of tell what kind of mood you were in sometimes by looking at your handwriting. There's my architect tree. Naked trees, always naked trees. Always wintertime in my sketches. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
Look at the timer here. We've got 4.5 minutes. So the thing about these that I always find tricky is that you can see it's stone and stucco. The stone kind of is popping through. There's pieces of stone, but it's not like a full-on stone facade. So it's like and at the scale, it's like it feels like I need to draw some of that in there to get the texture. But again, not draw every piece of stone, not draw every joint. So again, there's a lot of kind of just hinting at here on this side. It's going to kind of hint at some of these stone joints, this pattern, but I definitely don't have time to draw it all. 3.5 minutes. So again, I'm going to give myself a little bit of. So I have to go back and ask. So Merrick, you said what? You asked why I started, where I started. Where did you start? Just out of curiosity.
So typically I have a tendency to start from the very top, but that's also because of what you mentioned that we smudge, right, with ink. So starting at the top makes sense. And I found that in most churches, and that's a subject that I draw quite often, I often start from the very top. Also because I always say, hey, it's much easier to cheat at the very bottom than to cheat at the top of the tower. If you are coming to a paper edge at the top, you are pretty much screwed. But at the bottom, nah, you put a couple of people there and nobody will notice. So that's my thinking here. But you may have a different technique and a different approach, of course.
No, I think that's I think that's great, and you're right. I think you're right. It is a little easier to cheat at the base than the top. That's pretty. That's a great. I've never really heard anybody articulate that, but it's right. I think you're absolutely right.
I have a workshop on cheating that you're welcome to sign up for. Okay.
Cheating is such an ugly word, though. Really.
It's got some bad connotations.
Shortcuts. Legal loopholes. Like what's that they say? Yeah, that's the word they used in court, but I'm still fighting it. All right, 2 minutes to go. So time to start. Time to start finishing. If you haven't already.
I got to ask how Patrick Mahoney is doing. Patrick, how you doing, man?
I'm a ball of fire. I'm speeding up.
That's great. Nothing left but a vapor trail.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, I'm glad we could get you to do that with us tonight. Some big
Great
people
fun.
here. There we go. Look at the people. This food day is so great. I love this thing. Look at that. It's so. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute. Time to go. Quick look at Bunny Rabbit. Our last one is going to be probably the most challenging as far as the setting up the sketch perspective. So that's why I kind of saved it to the last. Try to kind of have a progression of complexity. But whether you guys agree or not, I don't know.
I can't figure out why, but it looks a little bit blurry to me now.
I got all my.
Oh yeah, the cat. Yeah.
It's not as clear as it was.
My screen?
There you go.
Yeah, my camera is not very, yeah. It doesn't like to focus. There's a certain distance that's the sweet spot for sure.
But I'm loving every minute of it. I've done 2 books with my sketches and history of St. Augustine, and I just want to go back and crawl in a hole and bury them with me now and start all over again. Really learning a lot tonight and getting a lot of inspiration. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. And don't ever do that with your old sketches. Like I said, those are part of they're part of you and your time and experience at that time. And that they're, someday somebody will go back and look at them and enjoy them. And even if they don't, they're there for you. All right. So there's that one. What are we doing? One more. Everybody got enough gas in the tank for one more?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
Push through. Push through.
Uh-oh.
This one out of the way.
Sorry about that.
So we'll go with this one, the last one. So again, this one probably the most complicated as far as just again perspective. So it is kind of really a 2-point perspective. A lot of detail here in these carvings, which you're not going to have time to draw, so don't get too bogged down on it. Yeah. So again, just beautiful sketch, beautiful subject matter. We got a dome in the background. Yeah, just again look at the shadow, the crisp. I love the crisp shadows on these. Just the sunlight hitting them. Just you can almost feel the San Antonio heat. All right, get my paper squared away. All right, so once again, we're going to draw this one right here. Another 10 minutes, starting. Go. Starting now. And this one, I'm going to kind of do the same way I did the last one. I kind of started here on this corner, my anchor point there. My perspective. And one of the things I did here too, like Merrick was talking about actually, so I started here at this corner and I kind of locked out my perspective. And you notice I didn't draw the ground in yet because again, it's kind of like I've got to figure out, I got to get this proportion right. So I didn't finish to the bottom yet until I kind of had this figured out because I was like, okay, that versus that proportion. So again, a little bit of a trick there. And again, one of those things I kind of do all the time and don't really think about. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you mentioning that.
I think you're fudging already.
Yeah.
He's a quick learner when it comes to cheating there, Merrick.
He just objected to the term, but not the actual action.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Just the word was ugly, but the
Do as I do, not as I say.
the act is perfect. Yeah. Quite nice. Yeah, so all this detail up here, I'm just gonna kind of try to get some of this texture.
It's funny, the more detail, the looser you can get.
Yeah, yeah, you really just kind of let the pens just kind of
Yep.
dance around on that and just let it be. Embrace the looseness.
Yep.
I find the architecture dictates what kind of style you're going to draw.
It definitely can, yeah, for sure.
If you're doing like a colonial home, it's going to be very, straight lines. This is straight lines, but then all those little intricate details, you just get lost. All the carvings.
Yeah, that's a good point. And we noticed that a little bit a couple weeks ago on our Haskell Sketchers at the office. We usually do stuff, kind of like this, classic kind of, churches, old buildings, lots of detail, but we did a couple of modern buildings sketches the last few weeks, and it is different. You take a different approach, when you've got these kind of hard lined, things with less detail. There's not a lot of ornate details. It's more about the proportion, and so you do actually take a different approach. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, I printed the picture and I can't see the details either.
And
Well,
that's better,
it's
actually.
better. Yeah, you just got to kind of blur your eyes. All right, 5.5 minutes to go. So it is. Time is a ticking.
Ooh, that's hard.
Time is ticking away.
Does everybody feel a little looser when they're doing this sketch?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but this one's harder.
Honestly, with all the little sculptural details, it's just squiggles. You just sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And the shadows are great. You just create shapes.
Yeah, you don't have time to get bogged down in the detail. Those details are just like so they're just kind of scribbles that just make your eye think, hey, there's a bunch of detail there, but I don't need to see all of it to understand it. About 4.5 minutes to go. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tonight. I did. I always enjoy getting to hang out with like-minded, kindred spirit type folks and talk about things that I'm excited about and passionate about, and hear all of your experiences. So I definitely appreciate being asked to come and hang out with you guys and have the opportunity. And like I said, hopefully you had fun.
It means a lot.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah,
You might not have watched each stroke, but just your style is different than what I'm used to. And I'm like, oh wait, I can draw like that. It's a different style for me.
Yeah, that's appreciate. Yeah, it's it definitely has it's definitely an architectural style. I can't really get away from that. But
and then the wash is how it just kind of halos it a little bit. It's hard to explain.
Yeah. I just love that technique. It's so much fun and so great for this, like I said, doing these little fast sketches. And again, it travels well. It's just it's a nice technique.
I've gotten away from water soluble because I've always, when I do the watercolor over it, I never wanted it to move.
Right.
So I ended up just pulling out the watercolors that I have.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm the same way. I mean, I typically do, draw with my waterproof ink and then, hit it with watercolor.
Yeah.
But sometimes, again, especially traveling, again, because I don't, a lot of times, cartridges, none of the
Yeah, you're not going
cartridges.
to bring your little palette.
And so, yeah, so I just bring my ink cartridges and I can just, get on the airplane. I don't have to worry about it. And, all right, we got 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Time to start. Time to start thinking about how you're gonna
start making your final selections.
Exactly.
Where do I punch
That's
it up?
so true.
Where do I not? Where do I leave? Oh man. Once again, some people I always put people in my sketches. I encourage you guys to.
I was with a group that said it's not an urban sketch if you don't have people in it. It's weird.
I mean, I'll buy that. I mean, without people, it's kind of like, was it post-apocalyptic? Like, what happened?
Or was it just architecture?
Or was it brutalism? What happened?
They all left. They just left. Left.
Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Uh-oh. Time to eat. Time to eat or go out. One or the other.
Yeah, he got bored or he heard me talking.
He's like, yeah, missing out.
And he's left. Cody has left the building. He actually whines when I don't go to my room to draw at night.
He knows the routine. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves it. And I think that's so cute.
Mm. 10 seconds. Do this. All right. Ooh. Time. She's up.
Love it.
Pencils down.
Okay. Clean off my little brush here. Get all this ink off of it.
Fun.
Yeah. So, how did we do?
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go
I
back
really
here.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
I'm going to go. Oh, no, appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to go back there and flip through mine real quick here. I don't know if you guys, again, had your heads down and
excuse me,
you could see or not. And then I'd love it if you guys would, I don't know how, who's got the spotlight control or whatever, but if
I do.
Maybe if you want to show all of them.
Best one. If when we start showing them, we'll pick the one we like the best.
Yeah, because we need a group shot, so everybody will hold theirs up and take a group shot after you show yours, G.
Yeah, okay. So there's the first one. Again, kind of getting warmed up there. Second one, the Alamo. Third one.
Nice.
Number 4. And last but not least, number 5. Again, I love it. The fact is, like, look, it's already dry. Right? It's like I can fold it. I'm done. I don't have to worry about waiting around. Okay. Well, that is.
Hey Jeff, I have one quick question. Because you use a cartridge in your Lamy. Is it Lamy ink? Is that what you're using, or what?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. Yeah. Yep.
That's the water soluble.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, and somebody that if anybody else is on here that can contradict this, please do. I don't know of any cartridges that are waterproof.
Oh, okay.
At
That's
least
good
that
to
I've
know.
found. Now, I think like the Pelican ones are a little like this one really kind of moves around a lot. Some of them are a little more what's the aqueous, I guess, than others. But as far as I know, I don't know of any cartridges that are waterproof. I could be wrong.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have that's waterproof.
Do you?
It's a Pentel. Pentel FP10 is
That's a cartridge.
waterproof cartridge.
Okay. Okay. Well, see, I stand corrected.
Yeah, it's the only one I have though that is.
Okay. Yeah. So whenever I use my waterproof ink, I always just use the converter because, that's and I like the thing that I like about the converters too is if you decide you're going to stop or whatever, you just put the ink back in the bottle. You're not throwing away a half used cartridge.
Right.
If you remember what ink you have used.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, you have to. But see, I only have a couple that I use that are waterproof. I don't know if you guys are. This one is one of my favorites. This I'm going to say it wrong. De Atramentis.
Yeah.
The document
Yeah,
black.
that's the one I use.
This one is really good. And I know some people really don't like the Noodler's ink, but I do. I've heard people say, "Oh, it messes up your pens and stuff." I've been using it for years. It's never messed up one of my pens, but I also don't leave ink in them. So, but Noodler's Black is a really good waterproof one as well. And so those are the two my kind of go-tos. I have a couple of other ones, but I don't really care for them as much. Like I have a carbon ink, carbon black ink. It's nice, but it takes forever to dry.
Yeah.
Or too long for me anyway. Too long for me and my short attention span. All right. Well, again, thank you guys, and I would love to see everybody's work from tonight, man. Go around the horn or however you guys normally do it.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah. Do we have enough time to do that, Jamie, or do you want to just take a nice big group shot?
Well, either way, you guys decide what you want to do. What do you think, Lisa?
Oh, it's up to you. I think we should do a group shot with holding up a few of them,
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that'll be good.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Okay, look at these. These are so cool.
When do I want to hold it up?
Yes, awesome. Okay, everybody ready?
Ready.
Look what you have inspired, G.
Hey, that's beautiful work, man. They're little bitty on my screen, but they look great. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for playing along. I appreciate it. And I guess you guys, you can post these up on the USK Jack's Facebook page, right? So everybody can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, post them up, man. I love to
Individuals,
scroll
yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to scroll through them and see them.
I'm just so
Again,
excited to try it again because
Yeah.
this is very new to me. It's usually very new to me, so I'm excited to just play with it more. So thank you so much.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Jeff, how long did we do those? They were basically 5 minutes, or were they 5 then 10?
We did 10 each, 10 minutes each,
10
and I stayed pretty much right on. I didn't give us any extra time. So yeah, I mean, look what we accomplished in 10 minutes. Each one of
lot
these.
of pages.
Oh yeah, because I want to do them again, but I do want to do in 10 minutes. I want to try to keep going at that. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't say that, Chris. I really didn't say that.
Hey, everybody's coming around. I love it. But music to my ears. But the thing is, the secret too is don't touch it. After 10 minutes, leave it alone.
Yeah.
You'll always be able to go back and reference what you did in 10 minutes, and that's sort of a data point for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's a lot of fun. I mean, look at G's work, and I mean, in what, an hour we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sketches, which a lot of us don't sketch that in a month.
No.
And
Well, not that. I like that.
And it's kind of fun to see that happen. And I'm going to reiterate, man, grab G's book if you can, we can post the links, or G, if you want to send an email with the links to Blurb and to your Etsy site, send it to
Sure, yeah.
Lisa and she can get it out to the group.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
we'll do. And
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And again, uh, I know you guys have got a really robust group. I was kind of Flag and I were talking the other day. There's an Oklahoma City Urban Sketchers group, but man, they just it's kind of actually, well, it's kind of sad actually. And I don't go. It's probably my fault that I don't go, and I can't really complain about it because I don't go. But they do it on Saturday mornings at like 8 o'clock, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a morning guy. I'm definitely not a
Nope.
morning guy on Saturday. Like if they did it at 10:30 on Saturday, I'd be all over it. But 8 a.m. on Saturday, Jeff doesn't. That doesn't work for Jeff.
Well, we do
so.
3 times, right?
Yeah, we do it 3 times a month. We do a Saturday, a Sunday, and a weekday. So,
Love
if
it.
you can't hit one, you can hit the others,
Yeah, well, kudos to you guys for doing that. That's good.
Well, what it takes, Jeff, it takes somebody to organize it, and we have a great admin group. Lisa does a great job keeping us organized and on schedule, and
Yeah.
getting these events scheduled. That's the hard part, and
Yeah.
it's fun. It's the camaraderie you can't beat, as you know. We sort of replicated a little bit with Haskell Sketchers, and we have a lot of fun. And it's probably the conversation that's more attractive than the sketching, but we have a good time. And the same with this group. And as long as you don't get them mad and do 10 sketches in 15 minutes,
When they're out in the field lugging their big bags
yeah,
around.
yeah. When it's 95, it's all fun. We're running to the next subject.
Yeah.
But part of the appeal on Fridays is we're not working.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, and Chris Bunel, thanks for joining too from
Hey,
OKC, man.
Chris.
It's good to see you as well.
It's been a lot of fun.
But G, before we wrap up, I wanted to, certainly personally thank you for accepting the invite and for coming on and sharing your wares. It's awesome to see you sketch again. And I know I speak for all of us on behalf of the USK Jacksonville chapter. Really thank you for lending your talents, because we continue to have wonderful guests. And since we had Merrick, it's been uphill ever since.
Wow.
So it's awesome. And maybe Merrick will be able to find a place sometime in the future to come back and be a guest. But boy, for now, man, we're cruising with the high tops.
It's called the reset. Okay, it's coming. It's coming.
Merrick, I kid because I care, man. I love you, brother. But
I
anyway,
know. All good. All good. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff,
Excellent.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time and effort. So Lisa, Jamie, anything you guys want to add?
No, just thank you, Jeff. This was great.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Jeff. That was an exceptionally good demo.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Of those pens.
Yeah.
If I get you guys in a room, we'd just lock the door and go away and come back in about a month. You'd still be jabbing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to ask Patrick. Patrick, what's your favorite pen?
The ones I really like are big fat ones like Jeff, and it's Leonardo Grande 2.0.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's Leonardo is my favorite pen right now.
Yeah. I don't have one of those, so I can't speak to it. But I've test driven one, but I don't own one. They're nice.
Real nice.
There's your birthday coming up.
I mean, I'm getting ready to go on vacation here in a couple of months, and I usually try to find me a pen store and get me a souvenir. So it's probably going to happen. Yeah.
So maybe you could go to Naples, and then Salvatore, the owner of Leonardo, could actually, chat with you there about that.
Oh man, that'd be that's like a bucket list thing. Yeah.
And he'll give you a tour of the facility as well. If you ever go to Naples, let me know. All right.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah. That's awesome.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Everybody, it's nice to see everybody.
Thank you,
All right.
Jamie. Thank you,
Bye.
Lisa.
Good night,
Sketchy G,
everybody.
thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Great job. Thanks, everybody.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night.